What is going on, everyone? Just doing a quick little recording of a Best Ball Mania draft. It is Friday, or I guess Thursday. I'm excited for Friday. It's Thursday, August 31st. We are almost into September, which means we're almost to football time. Gonna try to get a few more BBMs in before I'm done. Gonna try to get them all recorded, so I kind of wanted to hop on and do a little recording here. Lots of drafts on stream coming up. I'm going to do some weekly winners, going to do some Underdog, going to do some DraftKings. Should be tons of just overall drafts down the pipeline here. So, yeah, tons of exciting stuff in the woodworks. So, I'm really hyped for that. But, yeah, it's going to be, this weekend's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to do a ton of drafts on stream. Maybe do a marathon stream where I do a couple, maybe 2-3 drafts in one. But, yeah, some good stuff. Today news, got Cooper Kupp getting hurt. Doesn't feel great. I hope he's okay, but it's very, very alarming. I really don't like seeing that. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. We'll see how things go. Just a second. We are back. Had a quick little pause there. Sorry about that. So we went with Bijan in the first round. We had Kupp available. Usually I'm taking Kupp, but I'd rather get more Bijan. And obviously there's a little bit of ambiguity in the Kupp situation right now. He had a hammy, another hammy issue, which is kind of honestly terrifying. So I'm going to go ahead and grab Jalen Waddle here. Really like Jalen Waddle this year. Think he's just a smash pick. High upside player. Lots of potential. He potential to even pass Tyreek Hill this year. So I do love Jalen Waddle. So here we go. 2 rounds in, we have Bijan, Robinson, and Jalen Waddle for the audio listeners. We started at the 1-7, I believe. Yeah, 1-7. And I'm happy to take Bijan. It's really usually after Kupp is when I take Bijan, but now it's, what did Eckler, I'm assuming, went ahead? Eckler and Kelsey went ahead of Kupp. So I don't blame people for doing that. It's a little scary, but, it is what it is. I already have Kupp shares. I'm sure he'll play at some point, but it's just kind of nerve-wracking. He was injury-ridden last year. So, imagining going down that road again is just a little bit frightening. So, hopefully he gets healthy. Excuse me. Mahomes, Smith, Hurts off the board. Hurts goes to Chase owner. Mahomes goes to Tyreek Hill. Like this start a lot. Josh Jacobs, Justin Jefferson, Chris Olave. That's a super fun start. Yeah, getting Jacobs in the 3rd round is pretty lit right now. I know most people were getting him at that price, but it is nice, I must say. So I tend to, when I take Bijan, I tend to kind of lean into uncertainty as much as possible with him. And just kind of I guess lean into the fact that I have Bijan on my team and assume he's going to be a stud every single week. So I usually try to just leave him as my main guy in a build like this, but it really depends on what falls to me. Lamar Jackson goes. I like Higgins and Mark Andrews a bunch here. I think it's probably better to go T. Higgins. So Mark Andrews is also a smash here. I'll grab Higgins. Like I said, I'm not really sure why he's falling recently. They're still one of the best offenses in the league, and I don't see an issue with that. But mostly just because he's been going at the end of the 3rd round, beginning of the 3rd round, pretty comfortably for the whole offseason. So if I can get them with like a little bit different combinations, I'll take it. It's all about getting unique combos here late in the season because we don't have like the ADP upside, but we do have advantages in other ways from the early drafters. Like all those early drafters took JT early. That does make a big difference. It is interesting that there seems to be two, Packers and the Dolphins that are really interested in JT. I think it's more than likely he does get traded at this point. It just depends on how stubborn they are. So it's really possible he just doesn't at all. But it seems like two teams are very much willing to take him, but they may be very stubborn and just not trade him. I don't know. It's very interesting. It's hard to say. What's going through the Colts organization? Not very much. Nothing very bright, that's for sure. Wow. 4 running back build for Seth. Saquon Barkley, Tony Pollard, Kenneth Walker, Breece Hall. That is a high T start. You'd love to see it. Take a look at the board here. So 4 quarterbacks, 5 quarterbacks off the board. DJ Moore stack. I'm really happy I did get a little bit of that Fields DJ Moore at 4-5 turn, which is funny because they were going at the 3-4 turn, and then they were going at the 4-5 turn. Then they caught a preseason long touchdown and went back up to the 4-5 turn or 3-4 turn. It's wild. Jonathan Taylor. I mean, he's missing 4 games, but like, you got to be excited just the fact that the Dolphins and the Packers are interested in him. I don't take a lot of the Packers running backs, which that'd be pretty fun to have him there. But that also tells me that they really do think Jordan Love's like pretty legit, in my opinion. Which is honestly just like maybe a surprise to some. I wonder if Herbert will fall to 55 to me. I have 2 outs to either of these guys falling. So the hope is that I'll get one of these QBs. I did realize I'm on a good part of the board. Are they going through twice? They are, yeah. Yeah, I'm on the side of the board where most of the quarterbacks are taken, so there's a decent chance. The Chase owner already has a quarterback. There's one person in front of me that could grab Herbert, so I might get sniped on Herbert, but I feel like I have a good chance of one of them coming back to me. So we'll see. I'll take either, honestly. I don't have a problem with either of them. Mike Williams could be awesome this year. I haven't been taking a ton. I'm pretty high on QJ, Quentin Johnson, but I really like Herbert, and Mike Williams is exactly who you want in best ball. A guy that can go for 150 and 1 every week. That's his archetype. So I like him a ton. So we'll see if Lame Dog grabs a quarterback. I want these quarterbacks to last as long as possible. Still a chance that one of these guys just like goes rogue and picks them anyways, but my hope is that they don't. Man, the Chris Olave fall, that is sick, dude. JJ Olave Jacobs. I didn't really realize that he ended up falling. Yeah, Jefferson Olave does not happen like much at all. Pretty cool. That is a fun one. Getting a little nervous. Okay, he goes Ayuk. Hawk. Okay. So these guys all have quarterbacks. Fingers crossed they don't take them. We'll see. One of these guys could be auto picking or something, man. Never be too sure. Never be too sure. Should he have? Okay. I was gonna say he doesn't have the questionable tag anymore. Also, like one of the Green Bay guys would probably get sent over if the Colts traded for JT. They might send like Dylan and a pick for JT, or Aaron Jones more likely and a pick for JT. That'd be interesting. Come on. Really, man? This guy's going to take Herbert. Oh, my goodness, bro. No, this is just cruel. This is so cruel. I'm watching the world burn in front of me. He's taking Herbert right now. It's over. Why did you take Joe Burrow, man? I'm full tilt. I'm on full tilt right now. It's fine. You won't get me down. You will not get me down. It's fine. I have the 2 out still. And even then, there's other opportunities later. So, man, it's just frustrating. Frustrating. I don't have a lot of Burrow teams, so it would have been really nice to get him. And he has like actually no reason to have either of those quarterbacks on his team, but so be it. Whatever. You can only tilt people so much, right? Mike Evans is on track for week 1. I could try the. I've been wanting to try to do the. I don't think it's possible now, but I do want to get a couple of the Tampa Bay double stacks in before I'm done with this season. I don't really think I have a lot, but I'm probably going to try to get a little bit of exposure to both. I didn't realize I took Godwin so much in this contest. Yeah, I would like to get the double stack with the Tampa Bay guys. I think that'd be super fun to try to like lean into a little bit. I think Judy's a full avoid for me. I took him at a lot of prices, and I just don't think he could be gone for a bit, and I'm not really willing to eat that roster spot. So this guy goes, what in the world is happening here? Double tap tight end, triple tap tight end. These guys. This is a rogue room. The rooms are rogue, but should mean we should. It does mean there's some values that'll fall to us. So. I like this one. Wilson, Devontae, Debo, Cooper, Deontay Johnson. That's sick. Jerry McLaurin goes at 64. See if this guy keeps going yellow. Maybe he'll grab a running back. James Cook. I'll grab Mike Evans. I've taken a lot more Godwin, so I'd rather just kind of balance that out a bit. So getting a lot of guys I like, honestly. I like Mike Williams. I like Higgins this year. I like Waddle. I like Bijan a ton. Dameon Pierce is a fun pick. It's a ton of upside. Mike Evans is also one of my favorite players in the league. So don't think Godwin will fall to us. That's fine. Not too concerned with it. This is a fun range receiver, though. The Jordan Addison, Zay Flowers, like those two guys are super, super interesting this year. Nine picks away. We are going into the 7th round of our draft here. I wonder if this guy's going to take a quarterback. It's brutal, man. He's got a clear pick. Gabe Davis is the clear pick for him. We'll see if he gets him or not. They get them or not. Yeah, he's auto-drafting. All right, I don't feel as bad anymore. He's auto-drafting. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. That helps me more than it helps. It helps, auto-drafting sucks, but it ultimately it helps you in the long run. So I can't always complain too much about auto-drafters. So I think Sutton's price is pretty affordable right now. He was going around pick 100 like all season long. He's at 87 now with Judy like at risk of missing like a good chunk of games. So does change the landscape a ton. Not 100% sure how I want to go with my correlations this team, but so I keep thinking my spots through, keep working through my spots here. Gabe Davis on the board, Zay Flowers on the board. So this guy is going to take Gabe Davis, so he's going to get a stack up with his quarterback. Not bad for him. Curious how this one guy is going with the 0402 start. I really am curious how this one ends up going. It can't be good. It just can't be. There's a few teams that might be dusted in this one, so I might have a good chance of advancing this group, even though I'm getting kind of sniped on some of my preferred options. But this is a guy that makes this whole team work. That's later, so I guess the main hope is that I can get. I'll reach for one of them here next. Right, 79, and we'll have pick 90, so I could probably get Tua with that pick. We'll see if I can scoop up a Zay a little bit at past ADP. Yeah, I'll take Zay. Great. I like this a lot. So I got Zay Flowers at pick 79 to pair with my Jalen Waddle. So my week 17 stack ready to go. Next pick, I'm looking at one of these quarterbacks. D-Watt. So I really like I do love like Sam Howell and some of those guys late, Jordan Love. But I do like some of these mid-range guys as just like going double tapping this mid-range. So go like a Tua A-Rich or a A-Rich Dak or a Daniel Jones A-Rich. Like those kind of guys as two mid-range options is very fun. And it just kind of like gives you like a little bit of upside within like a more palatable price. So you're like, maybe you get a top 6 quarterback at, 50 pick, like, 5-6 rounds later than the elite guys. And that's, both, if you hit on 2 guys that end up being top 6 quarterbacks, if you hit on 2 A-Rich and they both end up in the top 6, you're feeling great. So, not that they'll outscore the big 3, big 4, I guess, if you want to include more than that, you can. But, one of those guys, like the Burrow range, like one of those guys might slip out and like Tua could jump in or A-Rich could jump in, Daniel Jones could jump in. I believe Daniel Jones was like the quarterback 10 last year, and he's poised to probably do it again this year. So Goddard on the board at 79. That is probably my favorite option if it somehow falls to me. Not convinced it will, but if it's there, I feel like I got to take that 90. Not scared about. I'm not scared of Alberto. All right, Goddard gets picked at 87. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, so I got a pretty clear pick here. Get my quarterback locked up at a reasonable price. I'm picking a little bit early, but not too crazy. Obviously, Tua does fall sometimes, but in these rooms, it's probably not best to push it when you know people are auto picking and things like that. Like you could use that information to your advantage. Like if you know you got your crazy room, if you know you have auto pickers in your room, like kind of to keep that into your mind when you're picking something. And like, okay, I can't push this guy on the top of the ADP board. He's probably going to get taken. Like this Quentin Johnson value's not falling to me. It'd be nice, but it's not coming to me because we already have a, like he's going to get scooped up. I do like this Marvin Mims rise. I famously did pick him at like pick 56 in one of my drafts. Unfortunately, I still got like a good team around him, but really disappointed that I accidentally auto picked him when he was just in my queue. I picked him early, so Treylon Burks would be a ton of fun on this team if Treylon somehow falls to me. Running to the podium to smash that button. So really my only hope is that Treylon Burks isn't at the top of the queue once this guy comes up. It's possible. He won't be on the top of the queue at least. So, well, we're live to get Burks if these people decide to fade him here at this price. Ton of AJ Dillon too. That wouldn't really be. That'd be less than ideal for the old Green Bay trade. think I'm going to just grab Daniel Jones and be done at quarterback with Daniel Jones, Tua. And then I have a lot of options late. Like I have 2 really good anchor running backs already. So now I kind of like want to focus my efforts on tight end now and see what I'm able to build. A lot of guys I really like taking here. So absolutely love Wandale. If I can get like Mostert at like a fair price, I'll take him. Because it's looking like he's in a good spot to be the lead dog there for a little bit. I also love a chain on a team like this. Fits really well. Like when you take 2 early running backs, it really fits to get that like upside play, like a Charbonnet or a Devin Achane, Kendra Miller, Tyjae Spears, those kind of guys that like are upside swings. It seems well worth it to me. All right, so we are looking at a few guys here. We'll see if any of these tight ends do slip to us, because if they do, I'm open to them, but I'm not going to force any of them. Like I don't mind any of the people in this range here, but getting Burks there would have been sweet. That would have been pretty fun. Done at quarterback, pretty good at running back, pretty good at receiver. So I'll go ahead and recap the squad here as we come up on our 10th round pick. Bijan Robinson in the first round at pick 7. Jalen Waddle, T. Higgins, Mike Williams, Damian Pierce, Mike Evans, Zay Flowers, Tua, and Daniel Jones. So pretty sick squad here. Honestly, a big fan of it so far. So it looks like a tight end's going to fall. I don't know which one I want, but one's going to fall for sure. I take a lot of Njoku. Didn't realize I'd take that much in Kincaid, which is kind of surprising. I'm not really on Evan Ingram. Like I feel like I'm only taking Evan Ingram if he's stacked with T-Law, but is he someone I feel like I need to fade fully in this contest? Not really. They added Ridley to their team. I'm gonna grab Freiermuth. I feel much better about Freiermuth compared to Ingram. Like he's great. Ingram has a ton of upside, as we've already seen several times, but I think his volume is gonna go down a ton this year. He's not gonna have a lot of volume. He'll have some upside games, obviously, but like that offense will be better, of course. But just like the target share is going to be split around so much more. They have another running back that's pretty good at catching passes too. They just have so many like mouths to feed that I just don't think I think Ingram and Zay Jones could be the odd one out, and Ridley and Kirk will be the beneficiaries of that. So definitely not full fading Ingram, because I do have exposure to him in other teams, but I would just prefer to have him when I'm stacked up with, only when I'm stacking him with my quarterback. Most just at 137. So we're closing in on the range where I'd be willing to take Mostert or a chain. More than willing to take him next pick, unless there's something else that's like a screaming value. I like Marvin Mims at this spot. Got him 28% owned in all contests, or in BBM, and 20% owned across the board. Do you love my closing line value? I'm getting a Mims. I hope he ends up paying off in a big way. So yeah, this guy's just straight up auto drafting. So we see he set it up with Josh Allen, Burrow, CMC, Madison, Pacheco, 6 receivers. Actually ended up pretty good so far. Now what I'm curious about is this dude. He's doing it in a pretty interesting way. Definitely getting a unique build. Aaron Rodgers, Saquon, Pollard, Kenneth Walker, Brees, Bateman, Thomas, Tony. I think it's over. I just don't think it'll work. So Mims goes. Mostert goes. Okay, that's fine. I'll take a chain. I actually prefer a chain to Mostert, especially if you're going to give me at a little bit cheaper than him. So I honestly think both of them should go up. Obviously, there's a big risk of JT coming to town, but we'll cross that bridge when it happens. I'm not going to worry about it too much. And I think there's a chance one of them gets traded if they did like do a JT trade. So it could be fine. It could work out in both ways. So looking at tight end here, we're coming up on a few guys I do like taking. Sam Laporta, Dalton Schultz is fine. Higbee's all right. Higbee's just all right. He's just one of those guys that's there. Kendre had a hamstring injury. Declined to say if it was a threat. A little bit concerning. I hope that Kendre is healthy. I really want to see him out there. I want to see him play right away. But, we'll see. We'll see what happens with him. Definitely want to stack with at least 2 Giants late. Maybe this is a Smythe team. I do want to stack with a couple Giants late for sure. Purdy goes at 133, so this guy is just like the double tap king. Derek Carr, Brock Purdy go the 130 range. Russ Rolsey goes at 131. Unstacked. I like the the Greg Dulcich price is super nice now. I think he's a good value at this point. Rashee Rice starting in a bench role, which is to be expected. Getting a Dallas piece would be nice. Ferguson's coming up. Maybe I stop at 3. This is one thing I like about this team a lot is like I'm in a position where like a lot of my positions feel very strong already, and I'm gonna make tight end pretty strong. If I can get a Ferguson, I probably will. But think about it this way: like I think I have 2 good anchor running backs with Bijan and Pierce already. I have a very strong receiving core with Jalen Waddle, Higgins, Mike Williams, Mike Evans, and Zay Flowers. I already have 2 quarterbacks that I feel good about. So I feel like it's like I almost have luxury picks across the board. Obviously, I do need a couple running backs, at least probably 2 more, and then I could grab whatever amount of receivers I want. It's looking like probably a 2-5-8-3, 2-5-8-3. That's a right build, right? 11, 7, yeah. 2-5-8-3 makes sense. Just depends on what running backs I can snag late. But I would like that a lot. We'll see if I get the tight end I want. Yeah, I wouldn't even hate Chig. I mean, Chig's a good consolation prize if I don't get Jake Fergie. So we'll see who falls. Honestly, if Chig's there, I might prefer him at cost. I mean, on a week, like Chig probably more upside than Jake Ferguson, right? I would have to say so. One thing I like about the Daniel Jones stack is I feel like a lot of people definitely were not stacking him with Wan'Dale Robinson, and now you can, and people are. So I feel like that's like just a big win in itself. I'll take Jawan too if he's there, but my favorite pick is Chig, if available. So this guy did get the Herbert stacked up big time. Man, as soon as I saw that lined up, like I saw him get Keenan, I was like, man, it's in trouble. That was tough to watch that happen. So watch like when I know this guy's gonna pick the guy I want. It's rough. I'll take Chig. It was good, man. That's great. I'm absolutely fine with that. 3 tight ends. Honestly, I don't usually do a 3 tight end build like this. Like these guys, I feel like are all like in the mix to be very good. So this will be a fun squad. And like I already feel like I've insulated enough to build like a very strong team. I like Tutu Atwell a lot. That could be a fun bring back, especially given the cup situation. So it might just be time to get my guys here. Like Hyatt, like Hodgins, like Slayton. Campbell's just Campbell. So I know no one's taking Matt Breida or Eric Gray, but I don't hate that idea on a build like this. My main focus here is probably grabbing another running back. Or two. So Myles Gaskin enjoyed the Vikings. We got Clyde. I'm just going to keep stacking up my options here. So I wonder what I'd have to take. Like I could take Tutu in my last pick. I'll probably have to take Wandale in the 16th or 17th. I'm a little bit worried I get sniped on him. Just a little bit worried. Hyatt and Wandale would be probably my favorite two I could pick. We'll see if Hyatt's there. Hyatt would be great. I would smash Hyatt at this spot. So no tight end yet for this guy. See, I hope he ends up with like one tight end, and not because I'm like wishing bad things upon people, but I'm in the party where I'm more than happy to have my opponents have as worst teams as possible. Like I'm not above that at all. See how high it goes. Damn. Okay. That's rough. I mean, this gets really bad, man. This is rough. Woof, man. Woof. Let's grab Kendra. I didn't really want to take Kendra there, to be honest, but it makes the most sense. I'm not taking Jeff Wilson. I don't really have anyone else that like needs to be reached for, so I don't think I needed to reach for Slayton. It would have been nice to get Hyatt there, though. That would have been very nice. I feel like Slayton and Wandale is good upside, but Hyatt and Wandale is like probably the top two upside pieces on the offense. We know Slayton is pretty good, but we know he's like not a world beater by any means, or just like he's not that amazing. But two definitely moonshots here after I feel like I have two guys that are very secure in their workloads. So that's fine. Obviously love Chuba Hubbard. Never gonna convince me to not take him. I like Dowdle as a late pick. I could also go that route if I want to go him as my last running back. We'll see. There's a few good late round running backs I like. Right now, I'm just going to focus on finishing my receiving core, grabbing my last three guys, and then I'll probably end with two running backs. This guy's on the 166, so this is another team that's having a pretty crazy build. 166, Ramondre, Najee Harris, Aaron Jones, Khalil Herbert. So this guy's definitely auto picking. Just getting all the values. Could work out, but he might end up with one tight end and one quarterback. So that is the difference there. This guy actually did get a tight end. He got Musgrave. Wow. This guy's about to build a God squad. Yeah, I'm excited to dive into weekly winners a bit more. I've done like a decent amount of game theory and thought processes, but I feel like no one knows what they're doing. I think a lot of people are like playing it wrong, playing it too safe. So I definitely won't be doing that. But how risky I want to go is really the big questions. Like, do you want to like solo Sam Howell? Do you want to solo like any quarterback you do? I'm in the party where you can do it, but I feel like you can also just stack up like three super late quarterbacks. Like grab Jordan Love, grab Brock Purdy and grab Sam Howell. All guys that have somewhat potential upside. You should grab all three of them, and then if one of them hits, then you're live for that week, right? But if you take a late tight end, I don't think you should take two. That's kind of where I'm at on that contest. Coming into the 15th round, 4 picks left. I got a Giant stack set up, Miami stack set up, got Miami double stack with the bring back. Gonna hopefully get my double stack with the Giants and a bring back. Well, I shouldn't say hopefully, like I'm going to get one. It's just who's gonna be in it is to be determined here. I'm fine taking Slayton early. Just give me my stack. No problem at all with that. I really like having Freiermuth, Laporta, and Chick. Like it feels safer than like I would usually go, but like you're getting like 12 points a week there, and that's pretty awesome. With honestly like upside every week too, so that's pretty sweet. I like that a lot, and it's not like it costed much because they're all past pick 114, and along with that, like I feel like strong upside at every position. So I'm starting to like this team. I'm coming around to it. For sure. Just keep packing my Kendra Miller bags. Hopefully he'll get healthy. Hey, if he's a 0, that would be very unfortunate for me. I don't think as long as he's like gets healthy, like he's definitely not a 0. It's just how healthy will he end up being like down the stretch is really my question. That is starting to worry me. I bet Puka would get picked, but I don't think Tutu like no one wants to pick Tutu, and I really think he's more than fine. It's like a joke. It seems like a joke because obviously he's a small guy, but I mean, I think people are sleeping on him a bit. People are sleeping on the Tutu train. Hunter Renfrow, Claypool off the board. I mean, this guy's doing his best with it. I still think he has enough juice at receiver with Bateman, Thomas, Tony, Peoples-Jones, Shaheed. It's just like, I think he's like, he could run really pure with it, but I think he's down. He's a dog like 15 points every week at receiver. And eventually it's going to add up. And even then, like his quarterback position isn't great. Like he's wasted like 2 of these, at least one of those running backs are going to be wasted every week. And that's his 5th round pick, right? Those are the kind of things I think about. Well, his first 4 picks were running back. So one of his first 4 picks are going to be wasted every week, no matter what. He has no choice. Seth has no choice to change that. So those are the things I kind of think through when I'm building my teams. Think of the opportunity cost. What do you win when you're right? Does it make sense for your build? Does it make sense to take a guy that's going to miss 4 games when you only have 1 receiver? Maybe not. Does it make sense to take a receiver that's could be injured, early in the season, but has a ton of upside because they're going to come back in a week, right? If you have enough receiver power already, you can definitely overcome those issues. So, so now I'm looking at my running back 5. I like Ty Chandler a ton, especially with Kene already on the injured reserve. That's probably where I'm going if he's available. I like Clyde a ton, just as a bet for someone that's going to play some snaps. Evan Hull, of course, Eric Gray to stack with Giants. I have Josh Kelly here, Rico Dowdle, whatever, and Chuba Hubbard as well that I always take. He's like 30% owned, so take a lot of Chuba Hubbard. Probably better to go with like a guy like a Chandler or Dowdle or Kelly, just because I haven't been being picked the whole time. Chuba's gone anyways, so it doesn't really change anything. Evan Hull is probably a decent pick too. Deion Jackson, I'm assuming he's already gone. He's here as well, surprisingly. So yeah, probably one of the guys that like I know I'm getting a little bit of a edge on the field in terms of like what I know and what they don't know. So like Josh Kelly a lot here. John Jackson's good, and I like Hole. I don't really want to get another week 11 running back. But I mean, ultimately, even if I get another week 11 running back, like, is Rico Dowdle going to be viable week to week? I don't really think so. Josh Kelly could be. That's the difference for me. I think Josh Kelly could be viable week to week. I don't really know if Breida could be. I don't know if Eric Gray could be. So probably makes sense to go with like a Hole or a Dion. But I mean, I just think like obviously these first 4 weeks they might be fine. But I'm pretty certain like they're gonna bring someone in and like they're both gonna be, not gonna be usable after those weeks. And those 4 weeks might be well worth it. They could get late season work too, but I just don't really see the case where they're gonna use a bunch. So Josh Kelly definitely hasn't been getting drafted all season. Clyde's still here. I kind of like going that route too, but probably just gonna go ahead and grab Josh Kelly as my last running back. I don't know, Clyde makes a lot of sense here. Yeah, I gotta go Clyde here. I think Clyde could be really helpful for this squad. They could also get a guy. So that is a little bit, makes me hesitate a bit, but Clyde makes a ton of sense on this squad. I don't know. Maybe I'll pivot off. I think I might go. So many decisions. Rado Moore's still here too. Wow. I'm gonna grab Josh Kelly. Like Clyde as well, but thinking about week 17, which is what I'm kind of focusing on. Which is, I think you should in a contest this top heavy. I think it makes sense to go Kelly. Obviously, there's a small chance Kelly's used early in the season, but I think there's a very, much bigger chance that the Chiefs bring in another vet running back than the Chargers. So, I mean, there's still a ton of situations where running backs are going to get screwed by like a veteran or another guy in their backfield that I'm just like, I shouldn't really be in the business of assuming like one's going to happen, one's not. But in this situation, I kind of just felt like I should think about that here. So that's the only reason I was a little bit hesitant to grab Clyde there. But I will be taking some Clyde shares down the stretch. Made sense with the Higgins bet already, but I think Kelly makes sense too. That's a huge contingency bet. Eckler has been a figment of health for a while now, but I think Kelly would be the primary beneficiary of any whether it's a couple weeks he misses or an extensive period of time. I think Kelly's the main beneficiary. So 17 rounds through. Hopefully going to get my last pick I want to. I'm going to go and recap the squad. In the 7 hole, we got Bijan Robinson, Jalen Waddle, T. Higgins, Mike Williams, Dameon Pierce, Mike Evans, Zay Flowers, Tua, Daniel Jones, Pat Freiermuth, Devon and Shane, Sam Laporta, Sugar Conquo, Kendre Miller, Darius Slayton, Wan'Dale Robinson, Joshua Kelly, and hopefully I'll be ending this squad with a good old Tutu Atwell share. So super fun squad. Love when I can get Bijan on the team. I got 3 rookies and 2, vets, I guess you could call them, even though they're both pretty young. I think Dameon Pierce should have a ton of work this year. They have a pretty decent offensive line, and Bijan, could be like the highest scorer in the league. And if one of those things comes true, or even the Dameon Pierce thing is like half true, that buys me plenty at running back to let Kendre and a chain kind of break out and hopefully become parts of their offense. So I really like my team. As long as I can top it with a 2-2 platter at the end of this, a little 2-2 cherry on top. I'm going to be ecstatic about this team. Definitely a different build than what I'm used to, but I really like the way it's came about. And I could have, I could have passed on Chig and gone another running back. That's definitely something that has gone through my head a bit here. But I like Colin Granson as a nice pick too. Maybe not on a non-average team, but Tucci was on the squad. Maybe Cup misses a week or two. That would really suck, but that would be very good for Van Jefferson, Tutu Atwell, Puka Nakua, Higbee, Akers, Kyron, those kind of guys. So, anyways, thought I'd jump on to do a quick recording today. I appreciate you guys watching. If you did enjoy, let me know what your favorite best ball team is. Let me know what your favorite best ball team you drafted is. Like, if you got any crazy values on it, anything like that. I would like to hear about your favorite team, and I'll continue asking that question throughout the season because everyone has their like golden child team where they look at it and they're like, this is just so sick. I really hope it gets through. I have a couple teams like that on both sites, so I'm really looking forward to just seeing how they go. Fingers crossed for good advance rates across the board. And this won't be the last one. I'm going to do a couple weekly winners so I can have a weekly sweat, hopefully, or just like have a potential weekly sweat. So I'm probably going to do another chunk of those. And I'm definitely going to do a good amount of Best Ball Manias and some other contests on some other sites. So appreciate you guys hanging out. Hope you guys are doing well. Ended the team with Tutu Atwell as receiver, 2583 build from the 7-hole. Super fun. So thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys later this weekend. It is about to be September, and September is the month of football starting and the month of my drafts ramping up even more, and just a lot of content coming from Finding Value Fantasy. So look forward to that in your inboxes on YouTube and Spotify. So peace out, guys. Hope you have a wonderful night. Later.